Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan Fradenburgh, and this is for realestateisascam.com. You'll also see I've got my hat says funnelfixing.com, and that's basically how I became successful and what I use as my lily pad to become a full-time commercial real estate investor. I do a bunch of automations and stuff, so that way this business can take care of itself while I'm busy investing in these different properties. And I call this website realestateisascam.com, and I want to play out a little scenario to show what I'm talking about. I'm a commercial real estate investor because I am, and I got some money that I need to deploy to into some properties to basically help out all of my investors. And I want to pay you to go find me some more properties. Well, unfortunately, I can't do that. The only way that I can do that is if you have a Finra license. If you have a Finra license. So basically, it makes sense, of course, because at the end of the day, like how is somebody supposed to be able to underwrite these different deals? How are they supposed to know that they're not wasting your time? There are simple ways like saying like, okay, well, here's the NOI and here's how much they're asking for it. And if you just compare those two, then boom, you can get a cap rate and you go, okay, well, that makes sense. And then, most of the underwriting is really a part of due diligence anyway. But your bird dogs or whatnot, if it can be misconstrued or if it is actually accurate that your bird dogs are being paid hourly, you can get in great big trouble. And if you're caught working with non-FINRA people to find to find investors, it's not so good. So make sure that if you are going to be trying to do something like that, like charge a guy like me to find properties on an hourly basis, make sure you're looking for the FINRA licenses, which is FINRA, FINRA. You need to have a FINRA license if you want to charge hourly. The other things that some people do, some people try to give a flat fee whenever somebody finds a property, but the SEC really doesn't like that. And as an investor like me, I'd be taking a big risk by letting somebody else represent my commercial real estate investment business. So you really have to be careful of that as well. There's a lot of SEC regulations involved, and a lot of people are breaking those regulations. And basically there are two things that happen as far as full-time real estate investors of why they'll still play fast and heavy with the rules. One of them is because they think that they're always too small for the SEC to care. And the second one is they think that, well, I'm an honest guy, I'm never going to rip anybody off. So, it's never going to be a problem. And that second one is the biggest one that I have a problem with, because it basically you're relying on the people you work with to be completely rational. And if you think back to your job experience or whatever, I don't think it's that hard to come to the same conclusion that I did, which is you can't stake your entire livelihood on people being rational. And like the SEC regulations, they are quite strict. I've got some friends who are attorneys, and one thing that they like to point out is that sometimes commercial real estate investors like me, they'll end up raising cash for the business. Like maybe they're having some troubles, like maybe they thought the capital expenditure would be, like $500,000 or something like that. And it's looking more like it's going to be like $700,000 or something like that. And the problem that will come up is if you are getting new investors, you have to be completely transparent on what the money's for. So if you say, oh, this is to buy a shovel, or then you can't buy a door. And even though you have to have you have these holding expenses, but you have to have some capital sitting there, or else the bank will end up saying, hey, wait a second, you're too poor, so they can yank out their loan, and you have to pay it all off in a stupid short amount of time. and you're in real big trouble. So what some people will do is they will turn around to people and say, hey, yeah, you're buying a piece of this business, or, like put in this money, and the money that you put in will be used for X. When in reality, if it's just sitting there in a bank just for a rainy day for the business operations, if you pay any returns on that, or profits or something like that, that's fraud. You're not allowed to do that. You're only allowed to pay the returns if the cash is actually deployed. So really, real estate, it is a minefield, and that's why it's so important to get a real estate attorney or whatnot. But that's what I've got for you today as far as why real estate is a scam. So if you want to see more stuff like this, I know this is on YouTube as well, but you can go to realestateisascam.com and check out more of these videos. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.